Hey guys, Weiss here. Welcome to another video. Thought I'd do something a little different today. Show you guys my ColecoVision collection, where it's laid out in my game room, my consoles, my box stuff, my loose cartridges, just how I have it laid out in my game room. Maybe talk about a few of the games along the way. Maybe not the most sophisticated setup, maybe not how you would have done it, but I've got a lot of games out to play anytime I want to. Got the stuff hooked up, and I just thought I would show you guys just kind of a little behind the scenes stuff. Check out part of my game room here, ColecoVision specific. Now I've done a full game room tour, but this time I'm going to be talking more about the ColecoVision and show you guys more of that setup, how it's laid out and everything, and what I have for the console. Love me some ColecoVision, such a great console, super nostalgic. I know a lot of you guys and gals love it as well, so let's check it out. All right, we're starting pretty much at the entrance to my game room, but we're gonna go down to my ColecoVision stuff. You've seen a lot of this stuff in my game room video, but focusing more on ColecoVision this time, and so you guys definitely want to check this out if you are a ColecoVision fan. My flashback, unfortunately, is broken. The console just quit working, so I need to replace that. At least I have a nice box. And I like having the Dollar General version, 61 built-in games, including the greatness of Antarctic Adventure. Unfortunately, the console's busted, but I'm going to have to replace that. I do like it, even though it has stubby joysticks, because it's got some great games on it. It's definitely missing some key titles, but it does have homebrews on it, which is kind of cool, including Mrs. Space Fury, which is a lot of fun. So let's go down here to my actual ColecoVision. Sorry about the GameCube mess. Had some four-way action with the family not that long ago. So check out this is my fourth ColecoVision. Yeah, I've burned out 3 others over the years, but this one has actually lasted me quite a while. And what is this? Super Game Module. Pretty cool, from Opcode Games. I've done some work for them and they were kind enough to send me that. And here's the box for the Super Game Module, which lets you play advanced games on it. These are created for that, like Gradius. This is a fantastic arcade port. And Penguin Adventure, the sequel to Antarctic Adventure, with a lot of different differences, like weapons and things like that. Really cool. Another great port, Elevator Action. Great stuff for the Super Game Module on the ColecoVision. Got Donkey Kong set up here. You guys know that I got my ColecoVision for Christmas in '82 and spent a glorious morning playing night and morning, it stretched into the morning, playing Donkey Kong and Mousetrap. So ColecoVision is set up by my 2600 and Vectrex and other stuff. I've got the cartridges in these old-fashioned, these old vintage trays, with the cartridge slots and everything. Boy, whoever planned this isn't doing too well. So Jungle Hunt and Galaxian are tough to find from Atari Soft. I hate that glue rot, but they're great games and they work well. Smurf, surprisingly good. Same with Cabbage Patch Kids, Adventures in the Park. Platformers. Slither's one of my favorite roller controller games. I'll show you my roller controller in a little bit, where I've got that set up. ColecoVision Homebrew from the good folks at ColecoVision, John Lester and the boys. Now, I like Activision games on the ColecoVision, like River Raid, cool version. Keystone Capers is a ton of fun. Love me some Pitfall 2. Great game. But, Beam Rider too. But they're a little too similar for the most part to their Atari 2600 counterparts. Activision didn't seem to be that interested in spiffing up the graphics, but they're still great action games anyway, so whatever. Great stuff. They play well. Mousetrap. This is the same copy I had back when I was 15 in '82. Amazing stuff, guys. Love me some ColecoVision. Frontline works well with the Super Action controllers. I'll show you those here in a little bit. Alrighty. Pull back a little bit and let's go up. There's my 2600. Some of the Activision games. But to the right here, I've got more ColecoVision cartridges. Again, in these old trays. Kind of old school here, which should be no surprise to you guys. Tutankhamun, I played this on the ColecoVision before I ever played the arcade version. Same with Mr. Deuce Castle, both great games. War Room's the first game I ever saw. ColecoVision game I saw in the paper that was on sale. It was $23, so I rushed out to get it. Squish 'em Sam's got voice effects, pretty cool. BC's Quest for Tires, so much fun. Oil's Well's a great hidden gem. So many great games on the ColecoVision. Rocky Super Action Boxing. I played this with my brother-in-law. We just played the heck out of this game, and I can acknowledge that it's not the greatest fighting game in the world, but we had so much fun. Bump and Jump. Man, what a great port of an amazing destruction derby type racing game. Kind of a top-down combat racer, sort of, because you're bumping into other cars. You don't really have weapons. It's a great game, though. Flipper Slipper, mix of pinball and breakout, kind of. Gateway to Apshay and Quest for Quintana Roo. Adventure games that I haven't played in many years, but man, I used to play the devil out of them. Nova Blast, that's one of the ColecoVision games I found at a garage sale for $1. The very first time I saw ColecoVision games for $1 at a garage sale, or ever at a garage sale for any price, was Nova Blast, Las Vegas Blackjack Poker, and one other title I can't remember. But I got them for $1 a piece for 3 of them, and I thought it was just so amazing. This was even before the crash, and I was just super excited that I found those. So let's see here. And the notorious Zonix titles. It's Only Rock and Roll, Robin Hood, Tummark the Barbarian, one of the worst games I've ever played. Sir Lancelot's actually pretty fun. Slurpy's kind of interesting. Chuck Norris is a real early beat 'em up, and Artillery Duel is greatness. Pretty uneven mix for Zonix games. They're widely considered trash, but some of them are kind of fun. Let's go up to my boxed ColecoVision stuff. First party box stuff. Carnival, looking at you, Delphmeek. It's a great game. It's a friend of mine who doesn't care for that. Pepper 2 and Ladybug, 2 of the greatest ColecoVision games of all time. Proud to have boxed versions of those. These are tough to find from Telegames. Centipede and Defender are common on the ColecoVision from Atari Soft compared to Galaxian and Jungle Hunt, which you saw a little bit earlier. So I got really nice boxed copies of those. Hero, you guys know Metal Jesus Rocks loves this game. The Atari version anyway. Turmoil 2022, a sequel to Atari 2600 game. This is a homebrew. I got it at a convention in Columbus, Ohio, Korgs. It's all right. Not a bad homebrew. The Void, another homebrew. That was from Atari2600.com. Let me show you the very first homebrew of any kind I ever bought. Star Fortress. John Dodzilla and Russ Kumro. These guys have been at it a long time. Russ Kumro has written some stories for my omnibus books. Pretty cool. But this is like Star Castle. It's a Star Castle clone. It's a pretty good one at that. I sent off in the mail for that. And then I like these homebrews as well, especially Spectar. Check this out. This was supposed to be on the ColecoVision back in the day. It was on the back of the box. Through the magic of homebrews, we can now actually have it because it was canceled back in the day. All right, guys. Up top is where my taller ColecoVision boxes are that won't fit there. Fraction Fever, a surprisingly fun action game where you do learn along the way, but it is a fun game. I recommend it for anybody. Jukebox, got a great copy of that. I found these at convention. Fraction Fever I bought a long time ago at one of these closed-out electronics stores. But Brain Strainers, Jukebox, Monkey Academy, and Telly Turtle. I got these in recent years at conventions in really nice shape for solid prices, around $20, $25 each. Very reasonable. What else we got here? Are we moving on? I want to show you guys down below here. I've always got stuff out, always working on projects. There's a couple more ColecoVision games there. 2 great ones. My Super Action controllers are down here. I still use these. for certain titles like Frontline, like Rocky Super Action Boxing. And my roller controller is under here. Does get, one thing about having this stuff out, it does get dusty and I have to dust from time to time, which is kind of a hassle. But I like having my ColecoVision stuff out where I can see it. Oh, who put this here? Opcode Vision's magazine. So far they've just come out with issue number 1, and I was the editor, lead writer on this. As you can see, I got wires and controllers and crazy stuff everywhere, because I've always got different projects going. Added these to my television collection a while back. I just hadn't put them away yet. And I did a thing on pocket billiards, how awful it is on the Odyssey 2, and I just haven't put it up yet. Let's go over here. Here's my backdrop for my YouTube. Most videos, I have this in the background, at least down here. But let's go up here. I scored this boxed ColecoVision stuff in a trade. I traded some omnibus books for these just a few years ago at a swap meet. Got this beautiful boxed ColecoVision, along with the roller controller and the driving module and the Super Action controller set. I really need the expansion module for the 2600 in a box. I've got that somewhere in a drawer, but I need a boxed version. But these beautiful accessories, I made an amazing deal, and the guy was happy with the books, and I was happy. He was glad the ColecoVision stuff went to a good home. That is just part of the museum that is my game room, interactive museum. So let's go over to the last section, guys. All right, guys, we're going to finish up on the opposite wall and over here in the corner. Got a lot of my DVDs and VHS and whatnot over here. But in this corner of the game room, I've got a ColecoVision Phoenix hooked up. Awesome FPGA ColecoVision with some built-in homebrews and obviously cartridge support. Got that on a flat screen. Some Time Pilot playing there. The ghost who's playing it is freaking out here. Game's playing it itself. And check it out. Super Combo by Ed Ladden. Ed makes awesome stuff. And this controller works great for certain ColecoVision games. I really like it for Sub Rock, Time Pilot, and quite a few others. It's a great controller, really cool. Now, they let you pick the button scheme and the joystick color that you want. I got this color scheme based on the Super Action controllers, and for the joystick knob, I went with the beautiful red there, the translucent red, because of the game Satan's Hollow, one of my favorite games that I think should have been on the ColecoVision back in the day, but wasn't. Love that. I've also got regular ColecoVision controller over here. Actually, it's modded with the joystick. I won that in a tournament one time. Pretty cool stuff. All right, guys, let me know in the comments. Let me know what you think about my ColecoVision setup here. Not perfect, you know, nothing too super advanced or anything, but I really enjoy it. I love what I have. Big nostalgia buff for the ColecoVision. And let me know in the comments if you have any controllers by Ed Ladden, or if you have the old ColecoVision Phoenix. There's the box down there that it came in. Nothing too fancy. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Thank you for subscribing. We will talk to you in another video. Hey, I'm glad you're still here. I forgot to mention I won this on ColecoVision Lunatic's Facebook page. Can't remember what I did, if I responded to something or to one of their posts or something, but they sent me this. Very, very cool, very generous of them. It's magnets and buttons, key rings, coasters, all kinds of cool stuff, including this great magnet that I'm going to put it on my car. It's like a big bumper sticker, but it's a magnet. Very cool. And then all these stickers here. Boy, for a ColecoVision fan like myself, this is really exciting. Rob Alvey, who runs ColecoVision Lunatics. That's his Walter Day card. More stickers. Pretty darn cool. Ah, Mr. Do. Have to find a special place for that sticker. And then check this out. Great stuff. Thanks again for watching, guys.
It's me, Mario!